Hey everybody, Jeremy from Follow Me Leadership, and wanted to talk to you today. If you're a manager and you're worried about your staff talking with your manager, you've got some real issues. You need to get over yourself and stop worrying about what your people might be saying or not saying to your manager. That's a real self-esteem issue that I think you need to address internally. Um, if you're that worried about it, then I think you got to start upping your game in your work environment so you don't have anything to worry about. Build your self-esteem up through your own success. And you can't be worried about losing your job to one of your subordinates because they're talking with your manager. That's just silly. I mean, think about, would you just replace somebody on your staff because somebody below them or somebody new walked in the door and had a conversation with you? No, you might consider hiring somebody for a job. You might, but you wouldn't just suddenly fire somebody and then replace them just because you've been having conversations with somebody. It's really not how it ever really works. If it does, again, go back to upping your own game. If that's a big concern for you, then you need to look at what you're doing or not doing in your own job and try to solidify your position within your manager's eye. The other thing is, don't be an obstacle for your subordinate's success. You owe it to the people that work for you to give them every opportunity for success, not just giving them a job, but giving them the ability to shine to the people above you, the people that ultimately are going to start making decisions on where they might go in their careers. Give them those windows that they can have conversations with senior executives or senior management or just a boss a level above you. Don't be their obstacle for their ability to try to better themselves in their careers. And one of the things you probably should do is use that time to coach your people on how to interact with your boss. You know your boss way better than they do. You know what their pet peeves are or the things that they're looking for. Some people are just all business and just give me the facts, or maybe your boss is a numbers guy and all he wants to hear about are the sales figures or where you're at on your quota. Again, sit down with your people and talk to them. If you know there's going to be an interaction coming up, maybe your boss is coming into town and is going to work with your staff individually, give them the tools they need to be successful for that day. Trust me, the more you work with them and try to help them look good and be successful in front of your manager, the more they're going to be an advocate for you. I know if I had a boss who worked with me and helped me try to feel better about working with their boss, I'm certainly going to give a few positive notes about my manager during that day that I'm with his boss. And whatever you do, don't go searching for a report back on what happened and started trying to investigate what the interaction was all about. It'll probably never be a surprise interaction where you just found out somebody was talking with your boss and you weren't alerted to it at all. I doubt that ever really truly happens, but maybe it does, but who cares? If you're living that, tightly wound around something where you need to know everything that's being said above and below you, that you really got a lot of issues with your own self-esteem. Get yourself in check, get your own house in order, start up in your game and what you're doing in your job, and work with your people to be successful, and everybody will say positive things about you, above and below. And if you have any concerns, hey, hopefully that helps. If you have ever had to deal with that or have concerns about it or want to know how to navigate that issue, please shoot me an email or DM me on Instagram. You can also find all my videos on YouTube and check out my Facebook page. And if I can be of any help to anybody, manager or subordinate, doesn't matter, just let me know. Take care, everybody.